So I came across this study and I think it's pretty important. Researchers at Monash University just published something in Molecular Psychiatry about using psilocybin to potentially reverse brain damage from intimate partner violence. Here's what you need to understand first. When someone's in an abusive relationship and they're repeatedly hit or strangled, we're not just talking about emotional trauma. Their brain is getting physically damaged, chronic inflammation sets in, and the brain loses its ability to form new connections. This is neuroplasticity breaking down. The result is memory problems, anxiety, depression, and it can stick around for life. So the researchers created a rat model using female rats, and yeah, it sounds pretty brutal, but they gave them the same injuries that domestic violence victims experience. So daily head impacts plus 90 seconds of strangulation for 5 days. Then they let them recover for 4 months, long enough for all the chronic problems to develop. And then they gave some of the rats psilocybin and others a placebo, and they ran them through a series of tests, including memory mazes, anxiety assessments, the whole battery. And the psilocybin group showed way less anxiety and depression. They had better memory, better learning, and when they looked at their brains, they found reduced inflammation and signs of healthy neural connections growing back. Now, they figured out how this works. Psilocybin acts on 5-H2A receptors, which are serotonin receptors that control mood and brain plasticity. When they blocked these receptors in some rats, the benefits disappeared. So this isn't just some vague feel-good effect, it's an actual mechanism healing damaged tissue. This is important because we have virtually no treatments for chronic brain injury, whether it's from violence, sports, or accidents. Once that inflammation sets in, we're mostly just managing symptoms and not reversing the damage. But here's what's really compelling. A review published earlier this year looked at psilocybin for traumatic brain injury more broadly, including a total of 29 relevant studies, and came to a similar conclusion, that psilocybin's combination of anti-inflammatory effects, neuroplasticity promotion, and mood disorder relief makes it a compelling candidate for TBI treatment. They also found something very interesting. TBI patients have depression rates of 53% in the first year. Compared to just 6.7% in the general population, it shows that the same damage causing physical brain problems is also messing up mood regulation. So what psilocybin could potentially do is address everything at once: the structural damage, the inflammation, and the mood disorder. And let me be clear, this is research on rats. Human brains are way more complex, but it does add to a growing body of evidence that psilocybin does something genuinely powerful to the brain, promoting healing at a cellular level, which is pretty revolutionary. For people living with the long-term consequences of violence or brain injury, the possibility that we might be able to actually heal their brains and not just manage their symptoms is huge.